What's up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the easiest side hustle that anybody can do, and that is posting and engaging on social media. And I don't mean that I want you to create a social media account that you then post and try to sell, because that oftentimes doesn't work. What I'm talking about is the idea of becoming a social media manager for other people and posting their content and engaging with their audience. This is a super easy side hustle that anybody can take part in, whether you work from home, whether you have a job, whether you're in college or high school, wherever you are in the world. This is a side hustle that you can do to make some extra money. And the best part is, today I'm going to be walking you through step by step on how to do it. So let's get started. Social media managing and posting is one of those side hustles that is so easy that oftentimes people don't even realize this exists. The fact is that for a lot of people, social media, posting on social media, coming up with captions, tags, and engaging with an audience is almost a part-time job in itself, but it's so important for people in their brands. For example, if you're somebody that has a business, whether it be that you yourself are your own business or you have a legitimate business out there, chances are you probably have an Instagram page for that or a Facebook page. Coming up with the content to post on those pages is really time consuming. And then posting that content is also time consuming. And then engaging with the audience is equally as time consuming. It becomes a full-time job, and it becomes a really tedious task for somebody that already has a dozen of other things to worry about. That's when outsourcing this task comes into play. Because somebody that owns a restaurant or owns a business or owns an online store or somebody that has a brand of their own, they don't have time to sit there and come up with 30 captions to post a month, for 30 photos to post a month, for hundreds of different hashtags to post along with those posts. So they find freelancers in order to do it for them. And this is an extremely valuable but an extremely simple service to complete. So I'm going to walk you guys through the process step by step on how to do this. And I know that this is a profitable and efficient side hustle because I've been doing it for years. So the first thing that you need to do in order to start this side hustle is you need to sign up for the service Upwork. So Upwork is a platform that I've done a lot of videos on in the past. What Upwork is it's a platform to connect freelancers with people who are looking to hire freelancers. So in this example with social media posting, Upwork is the platform that will connect you, the social media manager, with companies that need a social media manager. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to www.upwork.com and you're going to set up your account. Now, I actually have a video where I walk you guys through the step by step on how to set up an Upwork account. So I'm not going to go through the exact step-by-step process of setting an account in this video. But what I want you to do is, if you haven't checked out that video before, I want you to pause this video. I want you to head on over to that video. I will link it in the description below. Now, for the most part, setting up an Upwork profile is really self-explanatory, and you just follow the steps step by step. And once you get to the point where you need to specify what field or what industry you want to work in, you'll want to put social media marketing. But if you're somebody who finds this process a little bit confusing, I do have a video walking you through the process step by step on how to set up an Upwork profile. I will link that video down in the description below, so if you're somebody who wants assistance in setting up your Upwork profile, I would encourage you to pause this video, head on over to the other video that I've linked, and watch that video on how to set up your own Upwork profile. Once you've set up your profile correctly, then head on back to this video and I'll walk you through the rest of the steps. Once you've created your Upwork profile, you're then going to want to go onto the main page of your Upwork search. So right here, you can see that I have my Upwork profile right here. This is my actual profile that I've actually used to make money in the past, that I did almost for full-time work in 2019. So once you are here, you're going to want to start the process of finding jobs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top search bar and I'm simply going to type social media manager. Once I'm at social media manager, I've typed it in, and now Upwork is going to load it all up. And from here, you will be able to see all of the jobs that are offered. You can see that there's a social media manager, develop and implement the social media strategy to increase engagement, fan base, develop and implement strategy, blah, blah, blah. This is the type of thing that may require some background in marketing. If you're somebody that has a background in marketing or you understand how social media marketing works, this job could be good for you. But if you're somebody who's just getting in this for the first time, then you may want to look for something a little bit more simple. It may take you a little bit to find the exact type of job that you're looking for, but I have no doubt that you'll be able to find something that works for you. For example, on the first page of this search result, you find one. that's titled IG postings, and the hourly rate is $15 to $20 per hour. And you can see here the description of the job is IG account management, content creation for personal coaching business. This is the type of thing that would be absolutely perfect for a first-time freelancer in social media marketing. With this type of job description, you would be in charge of creating content, you would be in charge of creating the posts that go along with the content, the captions, the tags, and those sorts of details. So you would want to find a job posting exactly like this one, and you would want to apply for that job. You'd want to provide your summary, your cover letter, and those sorts of details. Again, if you want tips on how to provide that sort of cover letter, I do have that in the other video I mentioned earlier. But for the sake of this walkthrough video, let's pretend like you applied for this fitness content creation job and you got that job. I'm going to walk you through the steps on how you'd go about creating the content for this type of creator. So in this example, you are the social media marketer for a fitness niche Instagram page. So the things that you would need to do are as follows. First and foremost, you need to get a Buffer account. Now, what Buffer is Buffer is a social media scheduler. You can see Buffer right here. I already have a Buffer account, so I'm just going to simply click login. Now, Buffer is a social media scheduler website. Right here, you can see I have my Buffer right here. And this is what the page looks like. So you can toggle between Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and a number of different social media sites. In this example, we are going to be using Instagram. But you can do it with a number of different platforms, and the coolest thing about Buffer is that you can create content to be scheduled out at a later date. For example, if you were working for this fitness niche Instagram page, you could create content for the entire month of October, and you could do that right now in September. That way you spend a few hours developing the content, you spend a few hours scheduling the content, and then for the rest of the month you don't have to worry about it. In this example, you can see that there is a calendar showing the day and the times and the time slots that are available. In order to schedule it, you would simply click on one of the time slots, you would drag and drop the image, you would add your caption, and you would add your tags. Buffer is an incredibly valuable tool for anybody who's wanting to get in social media marketing, and the best part is that there is a free account option. The account that I'm showing you right now is not free. I do pay for that, and it's $15 per month, but the free version looks the exact same. It just has a limited number of accounts that you can have on the platform, and it only allows for you to schedule content 2 weeks out rather than a month or more out. So that is the difference between the free version and the paid version. If you're just starting out, the free version is perfectly sufficient enough. So once you have your Buffer set up and you're ready to start posting on Buffer, the next step of the process is to find the content that you're going to post onto Buffer and thus schedule for the Instagram. And one of the great resources for this is Pexels. Now, Pexels is a free stock image website, and the selection isn't as great as like Adobe stock images, but it's free, which is always a plus. And if you're somebody who's just getting started out, Pexels is a really great option to explore. And once you start getting more than one client and you're using more and more stock images, that's whenever I'd maybe look at going towards a higher quality paid version of stock images. But for starting out, Pexels is an excellent solution, and it's a great way to find some really good content. So in this example, I want to create a social media post around fitness, but specifically running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google running in Pexels. And you can see here this picture of this guy running is here. And this is a great picture for what we need. So I'm just going to simply click free download, and then it will download onto my computer. But the problem is that once you have the image, just simply posting it onto Instagram won't work, and you need to add some uniqueness and some quality to the image itself. So in this specific example, I'm not just going to use the guy running. Instead, I'm going to do a 5-tip guide on how to increase your mile time. And this is what we'll post onto the social media content client. So to do this, I'm going to use the free service Canva. Now, Canva is a picture editing software that is really great, really easy to use, and it has a free version. In fact, the version I'm showing you today is 100% free. So what you're going to do is you're going to go onto Canva. This is what the main homepage of Canva looks like, and you're going to navigate over to Instagram post. This will then take you over to a blank template of an Instagram-sized photo. Once you're over here, you are simply going to drag and drop the image that we just downloaded from Pexels. So you'll simply drag and drop it. Then you'll need to readjust the size in order for it to fit appropriately on this picture. Because of the fact that we're going to do a guide, I'm going to put some words here. I'm going to crop him right to the left. Next, what I need to do is I need to spruce up the image. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over to Elements, and then I'm going to get this square rectangle thing. From here, I'm going to reposition, and then I'm going to change the colors. You can see here that you can change the colors just like this. I like cooler colors. Now, obviously, if you're doing this on your own, you'd want to take more time to make sure it looks a bit better, but for the sake of this video, we'll keep it nice and simple. So now that the square is there, we can now add our text as well. Let's find some like good to read but easy to understand text that could be good for this type of client. So this one could be good. So you'll just simply click on the text and then it will appear. And then you'll want to add your wording. So, and then of course you will want to readjust the size because having it that big isn't gonna work. And then we'll also want to add bullet points. So top 5 running tips. Let's do number 1, choose the right shoe. Number 2, work on your form. Number 3, stay hydrated. These aren't real running tips, so don't actually take any of these advices. Number 4, let's say speed drills are key. Number 5, practice makes perfect. So then what we're going to do is we're simply going to readjust the size as needed. Make this look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. That looks good. So then adjust the size, adjust the way that it's cropped. Let's space these out a bit. So right here you see top 5 running tips. Choose the right shoe, work on your form, stay hydrated, speed drills are key, practice makes perfect. So this is a really solid image, especially considering the fact it took me less than 2 minutes to do. But of course, you'd want to put some more time, more energy into the post. You want to make sure to know the industry that you're working with because you want to be able to produce content for the industry accurately. And so, but this is a really good example of how you can take a pixel image and you can really spruce it up with just a few minutes of extra work. Once you have your image created, you're simply going to download it. You can download it as a PNG or a JPEG. I always recommend doing it a PNG. You will then navigate back to Buffer, which is our scheduler, and you will then drag and drop the image. From there, you'll want to create a caption. So for this example, we'll use want to decrease your mile time. Check out our top 5 tips. And then something I like to do for all social media is I like to put bullet points like in between lines. And so the way that I do that is I just Google bullet points and then I copy and paste it from a different site. And so this is the one I use. So then I'll head back to Buffer. I will then do these bullet points and then I'll start adding hashtags. Hashtags are pretty important for social media because it's how people find you, it's how people find your brand, it's how people find your client. For me personally, what I do whenever I'm looking for hashtags is I'll simply go into Instagram, I'll type in a variety of different keywords that relate to the niche I'm researching and I'll see what their popularity is. You want to find something that is popular but not too popular. For example, if you type in running on Instagram, you're going to find millions of different hits for that exact same hashtag. But if you maybe do like top 5 running tips, there would be less of those tags there. You want to make sure that you have popular tags, but you want to make sure that you can stay competitive within those tags as well. So it's kind of like a fine line. I'm not going to show you the process of, researching tags because it really is just a matter of scrolling through Instagram and trying to find what other people are using and then replicating those tags. But one thing I do recommend is to maximize the amount of tags that you can use. Instagram allows for you to use 30 tags on a single post. And so I definitely recommend that you max out those tags and you organize it exactly like I'm showing you here. So running, fitness, coaches of Instagram, things like that. And you would want to add 30 of those. Once you add it, you would simply click schedule. And I know it says Facebook right here. This is technically a Facebook client, but it works on Instagram. And and that's what it looks like. And then once you type it out, you'll simply click save or schedule. And I know that right here it says Facebook. This is the example I'm using right now as a Facebook client, but this is what it would look like for Instagram as well. And then once you type it out, you've added all your tags, you've added your caption, you would simply click save. and then that's it. If you're posting onto Instagram, you would also have the ability to add like a location, a first comment, and you'd also have the ability to tag people as well. For Facebook, it's more simple and you just add the post and that's it. And this is what it looks like once you have it scheduled. You can see that this says it's going out today at 4:21. You can edit. You can also opt to share it right now. And that really is the entire process. If you have a client that you're posting for every single day, you would just basically rinse and repeat that exact same process for daily posts. If you have multiple clients, you would do the exact same thing. You can see that you could really batch this type of thing and produce content one day, schedule it all out the next day, and then you wouldn't have to do any work for a couple of weeks other than engage with the audience. Of course, engaging with the audience entails, liking comments, it entails liking other pages similar to yours, it involves commenting on other people's posts. There definitely is a little bit more to it than creating the posts themselves, but if you have an Instagram and if you're familiar with the Instagram platform, then engaging it is just simply doing it but under a different account. So it's super easy, it's super straightforward, and really anybody can do this from anywhere. But you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it gave you a really good idea on how people make money posting on social media. Content creation is really easy and it's not a matter of, having an expensive camera, being super artistic, or having a bunch of experience. It really is just kind of taking the things that you see online and kind of mimicking it and putting your own spin on it. Creating these fitness guides like I did in this example is not like exclusive to me. I got the idea because I follow so many fitness pages and all of the other fitness pages are doing the exact same thing. And regardless of what niche you are wanting to go in, regardless of what niche your client is in, all you have to do is look at what other people are doing, replicate it, put your own spin on it, and you're good to go. This is really something that you can do from anywhere in the world. You can do it with any experience level, whether you are in college, high school, if you have a job, whatever you're doing, you can definitely do this. So you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts, so make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.